Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The question is collecting anime figurines permitted? Some say it's okay and others say otherwise. I understand idols are prohibited, but I collect them as a hobby, meaning you're not going to worship them, of course. I never spend extravagantly and I've never seen them as something to worship. Okay, so anime is, as you probably will know, a Japanese genre of cartoons and figurines and magazines, which of course is manga. And there is, answering this question, I guess, is not completely yes or no. Because, as you know, there are certain types of anime cartoons which are really, from an Islamic point of view, really not suitable at all because they're highly sexualized. They have the characters in them. Some of them are very evil characters. Some of them are in cartoons which have very, very bad language. So then if I'm in turn buying figurines which are representative of this, bad type of cartoon which has bad language and sexual kind of behavior in it, then I would say that those figurines are really not suitable at all. If on the other hand, it's a type of figurine is a figure which is, like a hero or something which is good, then in essence, these are toys. I mean, they're figurines, but they're toys. And for young children, absolutely, there are no problem in children having toys and things like that. And the ulama in general, the scholars say in general, these toys as an exception for the children, not a problem. But for adults, really, it's something which is best avoided. When I say best avoided, saying it's disliked, not haram, but it's disliked to have these toys when they're older, when they're adults. Of course, if those figurines are what I mentioned to you involved in haram, representing haram, then yeah, it's forbidden. You should not keep them. You should not have those figurines. If they are, on the other hand, as I mentioned, like a hero standing up for good, standing up for righteousness, as long as you're not displaying them outside in your house and things like that, which I know is the purpose of figurines. As long as they're not displayed, then okay, you have them, you keep them. Having them on display is probably, I would say to you, should not have that within your home. Especially if we want our houses to be, blessed, we want the angels to enter our homes and not to have these idols. Really, you shouldn't have these idols out on, or these figurines out on display. If you have them in a cupboard, which is hidden away and things like that, then okay. So I guess you may then say, well, what's the purpose of me having them if I can't display them? Because it's a hobby for me and I like to keep them. But this is the issue. This is the kind of decision that you need to make and understand that having these toys for kids is fine. If they're adults, because that's an exception for kids. As for adults, then the exception is removed, and having, as I mentioned, personalities which are considered evil personalities, we should not have them at all. If on the other hand they're okay personalities, then you keep them hidden away. They're not on display. Then okay, you keep them, inshallah ta'ala. I hope that's clear. But in general, I think it's best to avoid these kind of things which are, intended for display around our homes. It's best avoided, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is best.